Hello everybody, this is Ross Eckert again. This is right after my interview with Curtis. So I'm not going to go into too much of my stuff, but I want to introduce you to Leo Pusateri. He's from St. Cloud down there. He's a school psychologist. And how I met him, he heard me on the Scott Hennon show last year, sometime in August I believe it was. And him and his son were traveling back home down to St. Cloud. Well, they stopped by and talked to me, and we must have talked for half an hour, I'd say, somewhere in that neighborhood. And we really kind of came to an understanding of the beginning of a friendship. And he invited me to come down and speak at a tea party down in St. Cloud later on that month. And that was the first tea party I'd ever really spoken to. I'd spoken at a rally or two. But I got to meet Michelle Bachmann at that rally, so that was a special day for me. And I want to thank you for setting that up.
Oh, my pleasure.
It was an honest to God pleasure to meet good, upstanding Americans who are willing to stand up for what they believe. I called Leo yesterday and told him we were headed down here. And he agreed to come up to Fargo here from Detroit Lakes, where they're spending a little bit of time. And we're going to go out and have lunch in a little bit. But I invited him, I wanted to introduce you to him because he's got some views on what's going on in our country, and he can tell you what his thoughts and feelings are. And I tell you, again, it's not about me, but everybody else, so I'm just going to let you talk.
Well, thanks, Russ. Still looking for the teleprompters, but I guess I'll have to do without them. Yes, you know, it's all about, again, the right to self-determination. It's all about taking the choices away from how we live our lives, away from government, and which I think may have some good intentions, but we all know that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I think the people know best how to live their lives and what choices to make, or whether it's what light bulbs we put in our homes to what we choose to do as a career, or how we choose to help others and who we choose to help. It all comes down to self-determination and the ability. That's what liberty's all about. That's what freedom's all about. People lived in oppression, which means the government pretty much dictated, you will do this, you will do that. And it's not what America's about, folks. It's about how we choose to live our lives. That's what liberty is about. That's what the founders had in intent. They were done with kings and tyrants ruling over them. They wanted to be able to determine how they were going to live their lives and determine it themselves. And that's what liberty is all about. And the more we can get that message out to get us back to the grounding of where our country was founded, and to put us back there. You know, I just saw President Obama right now here on a monitor, and he's holding a rally on a town hall meeting on the economy. And God knows what he's spouting now. I can't see what he's talking about. But you can sure as hell bet that he's not talking about individual liberty right now. He's talking about big government intervention. And folks, that's what brought us here, the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac deal and everything else. And it's all about government intervention. That, like Ronald Reagan said, I'm sorry, I'm kind of rambling here, but like Ronald Reagan said, government is not the solution. Government is the problem. And the solution is self-determination. The solution is liberty, folks. Thank you very much.
I'll tell you what, Leo. The truth that just came out of your mouth about what it is to be an American, and what it is to stand up for what you believe in, and what we see going on in our country and within our own government. I mean, it saddens my heart, but yet at the same time, and I'm going to get a little emotional here because the things that you believe in are the things that I believe in, and I'm so grateful that people like you are out there willing to stand up and speak out. I mean, that's what it means to me. It's a very personal thing to me, and I think it is for most Americans out here. We cannot stand up and lose or not stand up and lose our liberties. That's why we need to stand up together.
Yep.
So God bless you, my friend. Tell your wife hi, and I just appreciate everything that you stand for.
And a lovely shout out to your sister too, who's behind the camera right now.
Yeah, she's the one running it. Thanks, Mern.